All right. Now we will begin your 7-minute pitch right now.
Hi everyone, my name is Elena and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Chino. Previously, I was a product lead at companies like Booking.com and Bumble, where I was leading consumer and fintech products. And today I'll talk to you about Chino, where we're building in social payments. You might ask me, what is social payments? But let me ask you a question first. Isn't it interesting that we can go to ryokans together, we can travel together, we can go to restaurants together, but one thing that we cannot do is pay together. And we're stuck in this outdated process where someone has to pay for the entire group, then we have to calculate our share, and then request the money back. But in reality, for Gen Z, which is the young generation, this is what it actually looks like. Remembering old debts, trying to remember if you paid the previous debt, discuss certain times like, I didn't have alcohol, should I really split it this way? It's much more complicated, especially because it's very, very frequent for them. And if you look at the history of fintech, there hasn't been much progress in the realm of social payments. What has happened is that we've done a lot of innovation between bank accounts and their customers, businesses and their customers, businesses to businesses, but no one has really solved for social payments. The first attempt was in 2009 when two apps came to the market. The first one was an app called Splitwise, which is a calculator app. You basically tell Splitwise, I paid $20 for lunch, he paid $20 for dinner, and someone else paid $70 for some tickets. Can we calculate who owes who how much? And then the second app that came to the market is once you actually know how much someone owes you, you send a payment request link to try to get the money back. However, since 2009, there was no progress or no one has rethought this experience for the consumer. Until we came into the market in 2022, when we said that we can and we want to introduce paying together. So let me show you what I mean by paying together. There you go. So in this video, you're seeing how our customer has tapped their phone and actually paid together with their friends. In one tap, they made the payments. And yes, you might say, Elena, this looks exactly the same as when I just pay for myself. And that is indeed true. What we've asked ourselves when we started building Chino is, why has one card been always connected to only one bank account? Why can't we connect one card to multiple bank accounts? So the moment, let's say you're buying a banana at the grocery store, you can buy the banana, the full payment goes to the merchants in one go, but it takes everyone's share directly from their bank accounts, in real time, directly from their bank accounts. And that's exactly what we've been building. With Chino, you connect your existing bank account to us, and from there on, you can create groups, similar on how you do online or on WhatsApp. You create a group with your friends or with your partner, and instantly, we create a virtual card for you that's connected to everyone's bank account, so that whenever you pay, you don't have to put money onto Chino. It's taking it directly from your bank account. The experience is quite seamless. Anyone in the group can tap the phone and pay for the group. We instantly split every transaction based on the split ratio that you have set up, and we make all the transactions appear in the app. So you can see exactly who made the payments and how it was split between you guys. And if you need to adjust the split ratio, you can do it anytime within the app. These are some pictures of our users. We receive them on a weekly basis because they're very happy that not only we solved for the hassle of splitting payments between people that they care about, but as well as the awkwardness of the fact that they don't have to talk about money to their loved ones ever again. And this is also reflected in our data, because what we see is that whenever we acquire one user, that one user brings to us at least 2 other people to the app with whom they want to share expenses, which means it contributes to 40% of our user acquisition and our growth. And the top segments that love Chino are couples, roommates, and friend groups. Friend groups are split into 2 segments, those who like to travel together, and those who are using us on a weekly basis for soccer matches, tennis practices, and drinks afterwards. And this is because when you look at Gen Z, they actually spend together quite frequently. From our data, we see that they split with us every day or every other day on things like rent, utilities, groceries, coffees, restaurants, and so forth. And the amount of how much they spend is also quite big. This is statistics from Europe, but on average, a couple spends around 150,000 Japanese yen a month in shared expenses. And this is removing rents and savings as a segment. However, the problem that we're solving is not purely consumer. The problem of not being able to pay together or the fact that there isn't anything of social payments in fintech also affects businesses. This is data, again, I apologize, from Europe, but 80% of payments fail every year due to insufficient funds. And this is a huge revenue loss for businesses because if you're not able to capture your customer at conversion, the likelihood that they will come back and retry the payment is very, very low. So I don't know how to pronounce this number in Japanese yen, but you can see it's pretty significant. So our vision as Chino is not only to cater to the consumer problem that we're facing, but also assist businesses in mitigating the loss of revenue at checkout. And I'll just give you a quick preview of what that could look like. So here's an example of you trying to check out your room at booking.com. Instead of putting your credit card information and trying to check out from your personal credit cards, you can do a group payment. You can say, I'm going to be splitting this amount between these 3 people in this way. And then we generate a link that you click and Apple Pay comes up and you can select from which cards you want to contribute to the payments together. And that's it. You're able to make the payments in one. We are very interested to come to Japan because we've heard a lot of feedback from Japanese couples of how they want to modernize the way that they manage money together. We also heard from nomikai friends that usually the younger colleague would go and pay for everyone and the next morning send an email asking everyone to share their IBANs. And we also want to help facilitate Japanese tourists who might be traveling within Japan or outside Japan to make their experience much more enjoyable. So if you want to make social payments easy, please go ahead, connect with me, and learn more about Chino. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That was Ms. Elena Churilova, CEO and co-founder of Chino from Estonia.